What's good, everybody? And you already know it's straight up Tennessee. It's your
Yes,
boy Ruck.
sir.
Hey, Turn, what's up, man? What's good, bro?
Hey, I'm still on that high, bro.
Dude, I'm
I'm
on.
still on it.
I haven't come down, and
No, not at
somehow
all.
today we're gonna talk about who UT Martin is. We all know that we ain't gonna talk too long about these jokers. It's all about Tennessee this week. How can this team get healthy? How can we expect to get to next week? Which we got a lot to talk about. You already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee. Let's go.
It's the Northander sets the race onto the field. The finals will be boring the giant sea that stretches from that north inbound on a cold day becoming Glendo as the big orange sets the race on the Shield Buskins Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
Bro. Hey, I cannot tell you how much I really don't care about UT Martin because I just saw that yesterday. Tennessee already let us know we play Kentucky at 7 p.m.
7
in
p.m.,
Neyland
bro.
Stadium. And did you see the dark mountains in the back?
Dark mode activated, bro. 100%.
Dark mode. I'm trying to tell y'all, boy, Halloween weekend finna be crazy.
ESPN 7 o'clock, bro.
Oh man, you already know the team is fired up about that. But we still got to chop it up about this week, man. I know it's UT Martin, and I know that a lot of people call this game a glorified scrimmage, which honestly, that's what it is. But at the same time, we still got to take care of business, bro. Like, we can't come in here lollygagging around. And I don't think that's what this team is. I think we get up early and often we hit them in the mouth. You sit Hendon Hooker, you sit everybody, Joe Milton, Taven Jackson, get them some reps. I mean, I expect you to be texting me and at the middle of the third talking about you going home. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely,
y'all.
man. And I think, go ahead, man.
Oh no. I'm just saying. I think it's a great time. I know Kentucky is on a bye week this week, but you even called me yesterday and you said he was like, man, I'm kind of nervous because Kentucky's on a bye. I said, don't you know that like we're on a bye kind of too? And he was like,
Accurate.
Turner was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So
Yeah.
just know, y'all, look, our guys are going to get that rest they need this week. And that Kentucky game is another big game because it's the next ranked matchup and it's going to be huge. And I know it's Kentucky, and I know that just like Boogie Bentley and the guys at Talking Vol say, we are Kentucky's daddy, and we should beat Kentucky by 3-4 touchdowns. I don't care. Like we should. But this week, Brody, you already know what it is, man. We talking UT Martin, and so Turns got the little analysis, this quick little analysis. But before we get to it, man, let's just talk about it. Josh Heupel and Amari Thomas, Princeton fan, had a press conference yesterday. Josh Heupel just keeps it a buck, man.
Yeah, and I mean, you just talked about it like, we're all looking forward to Kentucky, but that's not our team. Like Heupel says in his press conference, I mean, they come in season 0-0. They're an 0-0 right now, and they're looking at just this game, and they're trying to get 1-0. That's how they go at it every week. And you can really see that, and the guys show that. Like, I swear sometimes our the guys who are asking questions, bro, I swear they are trying to get some of our players to brag on Tennessee and brag on themselves so bad, and they won't do it.
They don't do it, bro.
They won't
It's
do it.
because their coach leads that way.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I mean, dude, I loved the video when it had the Henry Toto beginning of talking about on the third Saturday in October, we want all the smoke. And it's not personal. It's just business. And then you see Princeton fans say, it's just business. and he does the little celebration. I'm like, dude, yes. Dude, yes. Like, I'm so glad that dude lost, man. Oh, I'm so glad.
Absolutely. And I think it's cool about what Princeton fan about Josh Heupel's. Man, I just lost the word. I lost the word, man. I ain't gonna lie. It'll hit me here in a second.
Hey, we'll come back to it. But
His
yeah.
competitiveness, and that how it shows off on the team, and the players feed through that. You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting there on 4th and 2 against Alabama on plus territory, and I still talking to you about it. I'm like, please don't go for it. And we go for it and don't get it. But he makes up for it with saying, hey, bro, we ain't going to overtime. Like, let's go win this game. And we did. So
we did.
But again, bro, we're talking about who is UT Martin. So let's pose that question. Who is UT Martin?
Well, UT Martin, they're in the Ohio Valley Conference. Jason Simpson is the head coach.
Hey, let me remind y'all whose daddy that is. Ty Simpson, who is third string at Alabama, who should be a Tennessee Volunteer. This is his daddy's team, so let's beat his daddy down.
They won the league a season ago, and they're actually undefeated in conference play this year. They got a record of 4-2. When it comes to offense, they're honestly a lot like us. I mean, all about the explosiveness. The quarterback leads the offense squad that averages 485 yards a game and 37 points. Their quarterback is Dresser Wynn. He's already got 1,700 yards in 6 games with 11 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. He's completing 63% of his passes. Wideouts Colton Dow and Devontae Tanksley have combined for 76 receptions, 1,121 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So they're a lot like us. They're big on the explosive plays. They average 5.7 to 12.7 yards per carry with a combined 16 touchdowns on 945 yards when running the football.
Just looking at who they've played so far, Western Illinois, they won. They lost to Missouri State. They lost to Boise State. And then they've beat everybody else in their conference. And as we all should know, like, let's get out of here healthy. Like, let's not have another Cedric Tillman, Akron type performance. Like, let's beat them up, get up out of here, and get ready for Kentucky.
Yep, I agree.
And so I mean,
I did think an impressive stat for them on the offensive side of the ball. Their offensive lines only gave up 2 sacks this year. I mean, it's like you said, the conference is pretty weak, but I mean, 2 sacks on the year is pretty impressive.
It's always great. I mean, if your O-line is only getting your quarterback hit twice, basically a game, if he's deciding not to run, hey, that's W.
But they ain't seen Byron Young, Jeremy Banks, Tyler Barron, Joshua Josephs.
Who else? Wesley Walker. I'm sending safeties. I'm sending safeties too. I mean, whatever. Who do you want? Defense should have a field day. Defense should play well, and we should see a lot of Elijah Herring. We should see a lot of Joshua Josephs and James Pierce. We should see a lot of Jordan Thomas. We should see a lot of those guys, Deshaun Rucker. We should see a lot of those young guys in the secondary as well play. So kind of the second thing is we say, who is UT Martin? Who cares? Who cares who UT Martin is, bruh? This is all about Tennessee this week, okay? Like, let's keep it facts. It's all about us. How are we going to come in after an emotional game against Alabama? I don't care what people say. I woke up this morning. I was like, I can't believe we did it. Like, I'm still like, and if you think we feel like that, bro, they playing the game. They still thinking about how they beat Alabama, bro.
Man, I'm laying in bed last night. Literally, I'm like, man, I need to go to sleep. I got to get up for work in the morning, And I'm literally just sitting there trying to go to sleep, eyes closed, and I can't get the thought out of my mind. Like, did we really just beat Bama? Like, we just beat Alabama. We're 6-0. We just beat Alabama. Like, I can't get it out of my head.
And we can do that. As fans, we can do whatever we want. I'm going to sit on this until we beat Kentucky, wearing them all black dark mode boys.
And we should have We should have a heyday too. I mean, UT Martin, like we said, it's a glorified scrimmage, but as a group, they surrender 27 points and 379 yards a game. So
Sounds like we finna eat.
but
That's what it sounds like to me.
I'll ask you a question.
I'm listening.
We haven't planned this question, but question number one, how long do you leave Hendon Hooker in the game?
Hendon's playing 2 quarters, and that is simply for reps and mentally staying fresh, because we know it's easy to get up for a game like Kentucky. It's easy for a game like this at noon. I think this is our second noon game, right, of the year, LSU, and then this one. So I'm not worried about it being at noon. We're a morning practice team, but I think Hendon, I don't think you even trot him back. I think if I'm the head coach, he comes back out in street clothes at halftime.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think going back on the press conference, I think McCullough's going to be back for Kentucky game.
Yeah.
Because Heupel made it pretty obvious that he was not suspended from the team.
He said he wasn't suspended.
He was not suspended from the team. So he's been hanging out with the team. It's just they're still trying to undergo and get everything figured out. But Josh Heupel said in his press conference today that McCullough is not suspended from the football team as of now.
I don't think Jalen McCullough is in the wrong. The whole story, even, bro. Like, I'm still thinking about the story, and I'm like, the lines didn't make, like, the dots didn't connect to me.
Like, do we really even know who the guy was? Like, was it a college student? Like,
we don't know.
They never even said. For all we know, it could be a homeless dude walked in the door.
Absolutely. We have no idea. And so I think that's the most interesting thing for me is, like, the story didn't make sense. So I'm hoping Tank gets back for Kentucky. It makes sense. I hope he does. Man, I was so impressed with Danico Slaughter Saturday, though. Man, Slaughter was everywhere. He plays so hard, and to know that he's also a junior this year, like, he's got 2 more years technically because he gets a COVID year.
One of my biggest questions, though, on the defensive side of the ball, that last drive, and maybe he just ain't proven himself on the defensive side of the ball yet. But I mean, he did fine. I mean, it's only 4 plays, but I'm surprised we put in a walk-on at corner instead of putting in D. Williams.
Yeah. Where was D. Williams? I don't know if anybody even knows where D. Williams was at the time.
Yeah, I was just really confused about that. I didn't know. I don't know.
I don't disagree.
Is he a 100% special teams guy?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was just one of my biggest questions about that.
That's true.
On that last series is why we didn't see D. Williams out there instead of a walk-on.
I feel you. I feel that. And so, I mean, hey, the guy came in and played great for 4 snaps. He got beat once, and hey, props to you, bro.
Absolutely.
Playing your first 4 snaps against, like, Alabama, like, wow.
In crunch time.
So
and very surprised Alabama didn't throw at him too. Just being honest.
Dude, we had them flustered, like, completely. So
I know. Did you hear Saban's press conference? He was like, usually I come out at the tunnel and the guys are chanting and cheering. And they ain't doing nothing. They're just sitting there in awe. He's like, hey, what's going on? That's that kneeling effect, bro.
That's that kneeling effect, bro.
We cause earthquakes. You know what I mean?
We literally cause seismic earthquakes. Speaking of that, bro, Will Anderson Jr. comes out in his press conference and just says, we just had a lot of anxiety. Like, we were extremely, like, just uptight, had a lot of anxiety. And I'm like, you just said we made you scared.
Absolutely.
You were scared of Tennessee, bro. You feared Tennessee. That's what I heard you say, big dog.
You want to share Gerald Mincey's comment on that?
Mincy then comments on that and says, nah, dog, you just suck. And then JJ Crawford comments under it and says, oh, you a dog. talking about Mincy's a dog for saying, nah, bro, you just suck.
Speaking of JJ Crawford, bro, it's viral, that video.
That
How
man
about
is
how about throwing up, not even flinching, throwing up, immediately looking at the defense, just
like, yeah, and they was like, oh my God, this dude crazy.
they're crazy.
It was like, I don't want this dude to touch me, bro.
What's he doing? Did he just
Yeah,
throw up and he's looking at me, nodding his head? What is this dude?
they looking
This
at
dude
that
is
boy.
an assassin.
Hey, they looking at that boy like, man, he don't wash his hands after he poop.
This dude is an
Oh
assassin.
man. Oh man, bro. Look, man, looking ahead, dude, to Saturday at noon, man. What are we looking for from Tennessee, man?
Honestly, I'm not looking for anything on the offensive side of the ball. Just get some new faces in there, get them some reps. Get these younger guys ready. Defensively, maybe find a little more depth.
Yeah.
But more than anything, I think just defensively, just healthy. I mean, Kamal hadn't played 5 snaps against Bama, maybe 5 snaps. I don't know the exact amount, but he didn't play much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even know if you play him. I would sit him out and get him healthy. Same thing. I don't know if Christian Charles just cramped there at the end or if it was a hamstring issue or what it was, but you get healthy. I mean, you kind of I think you got to kind of treat this, and Austin Price said this in the VolQuest pod. It was like, you kind of got to treat this week as a bye week for your starters.
Yeah.
Get them rested up, get them healthy. That way you can come into Kentucky ready to go.
Absolutely.
Like Tillman should only see 5 to 10 snaps just to get back
2 drives.
Get back in the motion and get him out of there. Because
Yeah.
he'll be back for this one.
Yeah, I think I told you Tillman needs to go out there and run and not even expect to get thrown at. Like, just go run, dude. Go get out there and run. And so, I mean, I'm looking kind of for the same things you said, bro. I'm really just looking to get healthy and to see some of these young dudes, man. I kind of leads perfectly into this. Like, when we talk about playmakers, bro, for this game, for me, man, I want to see. I think Jalen Wright needs to get a lot of carries. And when I say a lot, I mean somewhere in that 12 to 18 range. Like, I love watching him run. I need to see him continue to run as hard as he does while protecting the football. And so I think offensively for me, it's Jalen Wright. It's the running backs. Like, we're going to see some Dylan Sampson. I want to see these guys play well because this is really Dylan Sampson's and a lot of these young guys' last big chance to get a lot of clock as we hit this last stretch of the season. And then defensively for me, it's the secondary, man. I want to see, I don't have a one person. If I had one person in the secondary, I guess I'd say D Williams. He's made his presence known on special teams. I mean, he was one step away from taking that punt to the crib against Alabama too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. Like, he got literally nicked. If he was like a half second ahead, I mean, he probably would have broke that thing wide open. So he's dangerous special teams. I'd love to see him in pass coverage. How does he come up and hit a running back? How does he come up and hit a receiver after a hitch? I'd love to see the physicality side of D Williams this week. So that's me, man. What about you?
Offensive side of the ball, man. Playmakers of the game. I mean, I'm not gonna go. I want my playmaker to not be a starter, if that makes sense.
I feel you. Because
I want to see some younger guys. I really want to see Squirrel White get some touches.
Yeah.
Like, just and not necessarily just deep balls. Like, we know this man can run. I mean, he can outrun. He can outrun anybody on UT Martin. Just tell him to run a 9 and hey, look for the ball.
Yeah.
We know that. But I want to see him in like an open field. Like, quick slant and see what he can do, honestly.
I feel you.
I don't know. And I just think that about all of our receivers because we're so – and it's like last year, the coaching staff even talked about it. Like, they're set on these 3 guys. And Austin Price was talking about it earlier. It's going to be so weird for Ramel Keaton because it's going to go like he's getting every snap I'm not saying it's going to be like this. He might be in the rotation more, but it's a very good possibility that it goes back to how it was, where he's in 4 or 5 times a game.
Yep.
But he's a guy, not to get off topic, but I think he's making the most of his chance.
Opportunities for sure. And I hope that they keep that rotation at 4. Because I don't think that – I hope they don't just sit Ramel, man, because he is such a great fourth. Like, I don't even know – like, when Sed comes back, I don't even know if he's number 1 anymore. Like, I'm almost saying it's Hyatt, Tillman, Brew, Ramel. Like –
Yeah.
I mean, like, Sed's there to be a decoy, in my opinion, at this point in the career and at this point in the season.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about Ramel Keaton to me – difference from last year to this year, he's sure hands this year, bro. I mean, that diving catch he had on that comeback, I mean, it was like a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, but he made the play.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's a diving catch, and that I mean, the catch against Florida, one of the best catches all year by far.
Oh yeah.
But offensively, I'm gonna say Squirrel White.
Okay.
I'd like to see a lot of him second half. Defensive side of the ball, I mean, I'm with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say secondary. Just try to. I mean, I don't know what it is, but we got to work on that middle of the field. The middle of the field kills us. I don't know if that's backer play. I don't know if it's secondary play. I don't know, but just working on the middle of the field, getting that covered, because that's where we get killed. We do fine on deep balls. I mean, if we're being honest, we really do. We do great on screens. Kill the screen game for the most.
We stuff that game every time somebody tries to do it.
Yeah, it's just the middle of the field sits wide open.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. So rounding this episode out, y'all, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share this, man. Hey, it is the Who Is UT Martin. We know what needs to happen this week, but at the same time, we gotta say it, man. As we look at the score, bro, what's your score prediction for Saturday at noon?
Man, score prediction 62-10. I'm gonna go absolute.
I'm gonna go a little conservative here. I'm gonna go 48-7. I think we'll get up early.
I could see that.
You see, I'm thinking something like 48-7. Like we get up like 31-0, and we pull everybody at halftime, and then
absolutely
we just let the guys go do their thing. Now we easily could still score 50. 48-7 or 51-7 is kind of where my head is.
Okay.
Y'all, it's another day. It's what does the boy Hendon say all the time, Turner? What does the boy say?
It's another day in the office.
He say it's another day in the office, bro. Like, it's always just another day in the office for Hendo Cinco. So why?
Absolutely.
What are we doing? We
just
know
another day
in the office. We handling business, and it's time to go play UT Martin. Like, who is UT Martin? Like I said, who cares?
Who cares?
You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Love the video, man. Share this thing out. Copy the link. Send it to your mama, your baby mama. Send it to your aunties, your nieces, your nephews.
Everybody.
And we'll be back, y'all. Midweek chat this week. Cannot wait. Next week, y'all, for Kentucky week. We got a lot of good things coming. Got a guest on the Who Is Kentucky, Lance Asher. Cannot wait to have him on the show. Chop it up for a while. And it's gonna be a good week. But to end this week, we got the midweek chat coming Thursday, our One More Day episode on Friday, and then obviously we'll see you back on Sunday for next day. But we'll see y'all Wednesday, man. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, bell notification. Turn, you got anything, bro?
I'm good. I'm ready.
Hey,
let's go.
Y'all already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We out.